Hi guys, and welcome to a speedy review of 3 pots of Mayan Gold. It took a little bit too long to show it full length, so I speeded up the videos so it doesn't take too long. I got seed potatoes this year from Mayan Gold. It just was 5 seed potatoes, and they were in very bad condition when they arrived to me, so I just put them in pots very early. Mayan Gold is a diploid variety, and I haven't grown it before, so it was interesting to see how they're setting their tubers. They don't seem to be deep tuber setters, because in the lower part of the container there were no potatoes at all, just in the upper half. And this pot had quite a lot of smallish potatoes. They died back a little early, or they were just hanging along for a while and then died back. So I am thinking that they might give a bigger yield in a better potato year, but they simply didn't like the heat at all. Even moving them to the north side of the house, where they are mostly in the shade, did not help much. I didn't get many berries from them. I think it's just 3. So they were not very happy this summer. And what I think is interesting is that when they arrived, they were in such a bad condition that you couldn't tell the color of them. So I was hoping they were actually Mayan Gold. But I'm a little bit suspicious about them actually being Mayan Gold, because some of the potatoes have a lot of purple markings. Mayan Gold can have some, they're not pure golden, they have some specks of a purple color on the skins, but when moving on to the next pot you will see what I mean. And this one here, they have a little bit too much of these purple specks. It could just be the weather or the growing conditions, like the soil. They all have influence on how a potato color turns out. But I am thinking that 1 or 2 of the seed potatoes I got when buying them were actually something else from the Mayan series. There's many different diploids. They're all called Mayan something or Inca something, and that they're 1 or 2 seed potatoes of a different Mayan variety in there, because I had 2 plants in this pot, or 2 set potatoes in this pot, and 2 set potatoes in the next pot, and just 1 in the last pot. And some of the plants produced more yellow ones, and in this pot there have been lots of red speckled ones. It's hard to tell with the dirt on, but it's quite visible in person. That is too much coloration on the skins to be really Mayan Gold, which is a little bit disappointing, because if it's not my own cross, or even if it's my own cross, I like to know what I'm growing. I wasn't quite able to find out which Mayan variety it could be, so I will see in the next year what I'll get from them. I will split up when storing the potatoes. Or storing my seed potatoes, I will split up into pure yellow seed tubers, and maybe keep 2 or 3 of the potatoes with lots of coloration on the skins, to see if it's something which happens again, or if it's just been the growing conditions this year and they're just turning back more yellow. I could not see any difference in their flowers or in their growing habit. I was growing another diploid from the Mayan series, that was Inca Bella, and there I could tell a difference in the flowers to the Mayan Golds. The flowers had a different shade of purple, more reddish purple than purple. And but in the pots from Mayan Gold I couldn't see a difference in the flowers. So yeah, that's the harvest from 2 20-liter buckets and 4 plants. They're not huge yielding varieties. That's quite normal for diploid varieties. They give you a good yield, but they won't have these huge crops which you can get from tetraploids. That's just the nature of the beast with the ploidy. But they're set to be really, really good in the taste. And the tuber quality in this one's is fantastic. I was worried about a lot of scab because the pots had dried out during the period where the tubers are grown. It was just too hot to keep them constantly moist. So, but no scab, no split potatoes. The quality is just amazing. And having some smaller potatoes which didn't develop much in between the harvest isn't a huge deal, so I will definitely keep this variety. I have tested the tiny tubers already. I just fried them in a pan as they were, and they really cook fast, so that's absolutely true. And the flavor was very good, very interesting. So it's really a keeper, and I'm looking forward to do a reveal from the Inca Bella. I hope I can do that today, but the weather is not too friendly. It's around 7-8 degrees now, and very foggy, so it's not really tempting to go out and dig out potatoes. But the sun might come out later in the day. We're thankfully having our normal late summer weather now, which is fog from low clouds in the morning, and after 12 the sun will come through. But it's now the very wet kind of weather where blight can come, so it's time to harvest everything which is ready for the harvest, so I'll do that. Yeah, that's been the harvest from 5 plants. I'm really happy with that. Flowers on top are Inca Bella, and flowers beneath are Mayan Gold. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.